Good evening. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Welcome to BMC News Live presented by Al Hilal Hospitals and Medical Centers English News. Myself, Shana Sultana, joining you with the daily news updates. Today's headlines: Bahrain moving to green level. India lifts mandatory quarantine for passengers from Bahrain and 81 other countries. Cameras to monitor illegal activities in industrial areas. Today's news in detail. Bahrain will move to COVID-19 green alert level from February 15 as all restrictions will be eased. The Health Ministry stated that reasons for shifting from the yellow alert is due to the success of the vaccination campaign, including booster doses and no increase in hospitalization. Prayers allowed inside mosques and places of worship with a capacity of 100% without social distancing and without the need to present the green shield in the Be Aware application. Worshippers should wear a mask at all times in order to preserve the health and safety, it has been announced. Bahrain is among 82 countries from which passengers traveling to India will no longer have to serve a mandatory 7-day quarantine period or provide a negative pre-departure RT-PCR test results. Under the new COVID-19 travel protocols announced today, international passengers arriving in India will have to self-monitor their health for 14 days. Contractors of new housing projects will have to level the ground leading to the main roads network at their own expense if councillors have their way. Members of the Northern Municipal Council have approved a proposal in this regard. Al Hilal Hospitals and Medical Centers COVID Update.
COVID Updates brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital and Medical Centers.
Heavy rainfalls on New Year's Day were one of the books as January 1st became the 5th wettest day recorded at the Bahrain International Airport since 1948. This was revealed by the Transportation and Telecommunications Ministry's Meteorological Directorate in its monthly weather report for January, which noted that 36. Surveillance cameras could be made mandatory in industrial areas in a bid to reduce crimes at work sites, labor accommodations and surrounding facilities. The Southern Municipal Council yesterday anonymously approved an urgent proposal by Chairman Badr Al-Tamimi to have CCTV cameras installed and linked remotely to the Interior Ministry following a spike in illegal activities. Passengers travelling via King Fahd Causeway were urged to comply with mandatory precautionary measures set by the National Task Force for Combating COVID-19. Travellers have to provide an RT-PCR test result and proof of their vaccination, said the Causeway Police Directorate, noting that any fraud is considered a crime punishable by the law. Now we shall go for short commercial break. Welcome back. Health Minister Faika Al-Salah Essarek honored the ministry affiliates with the Prince Salman bin Hamad Medical Merit Award for Medical Merit Medal following the directives of His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, Crown Prince and Prime Minister, to all the competent authorities to present the medal to frontliners. 4 new initiatives to push ahead with urgent government-sought reforms to pension funds under the Social Insurance Organization (SIO) were put on the table yesterday. They are: pensions will not be lowered, the retirement age will remain at 60 years, working between the ages of 60 to 65 will be optional, and would see the maximum pension reach 90% rather than the current 80%, and expatriate workers would be enrolled into the pension system and their end of service benefits will be paid by the SIO. Nominations for Bahrain Chamber of Commerce and Industries Board membership will open from March 3rd to 13th, said BCCI Board of Directors 30th Session Elections Committee President Adel Al-Muscati. Candidates for board membership must submit a certificate of good conduct issued by the competent department at the Interior Ministry, he said. His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, highlighted deep-rooted Bahrain-US relations which continue to receive the support of His Majesty King Hamad. This came as he received the Acting Assistant Secretary of the US State Department's Bureau of Near Eastern Affairs, Yael Lampert. Bahrain has extended a lifeline to thousands of Syrian refugees battling the cold weather in Jordan, including the largest shelter for the displaced, the Al-Zaatari campaign. It follows directives from His Majesty King Hamad, who is also Honorary President of the Royal Humanitarian Foundation, RHF. The United Arab Emirates will gradually lift COVID-19 precautionary restrictions to reach full capacity at venues by mid-February. Capacity restrictions will be gradually lifted in economic, touristic and entertainment facilities and shopping malls and across means of transportation to reach the maximum by mid-February. The maximum capacity of social events will be increased, including weddings and funerals, and the capacity percentage is to be determined by local committees in each emirate. Social distancing among worshippers in mosques and places of worship will be decreased to 1 meter. Authorities will continue to monitor the situation for 1 month in order to take precautionary measures accordingly and determine whether to keep social distancing or end it. With this, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Lab English at 7:30 p.m. Thank you so much for watching. Signing off by Shana Sultana. Good night.